guys, welcome to the Chelsea Skidmore Show. I'm here today with my guest, actress Molly Tarlov.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
It's going well. It's going really well.
I love your outfit. It's like a Clueless kind of vibe.
I feel like most of my outfits are like a Clueless kind of vibe, either referencing the movie or just like being clueless completely. But I'm actually like uncomfortable with this outfit because it's like a little bit, I'm showing that line of flesh between, I guess, your boobs and your stomach. And I thought like I went to Pilates this morning, so I was like, oh, I can do this. And now I'm like out in the world and I'm like, put on a shirt.
You look great.
Thank you.
Do you do the Pilates reformer machine?
This class was not Pilates reformer. Yes, I do it sometimes, but I fell
In the class?
in a reformer class.
How?
It was like something where you were supposed to like go forward and like bend your arms up, and I like fell through. I don't know. It was really bad.
Was
and then
it embarrassing?
You know what? I really can't think in the moment how I felt because I was so. I mean, afterwards, like my pinky like was swollen for months.
Months?
Yeah, months.
How months? Are you going to show me a picture of it?
No, I didn't take pictures because I was. And the place is called Dr. Pilates, and I always thought that was super ironic.
I haven't heard of that.
It's on Larchmont.
I haven't heard of that. That's funny. I feel like Larchmont is a good street for a lot of different cool workout classes.
I mean, yeah, you would think so, but it was a class pass situation, and, you know, sometimes you can't just, like, drop into a new studio and think that you're not going to jam your finger.
Yeah, I tried Pilates once, and I really want to get into it because I feel like people, like, always have the best bodies with it.
Yeah.
But I found it to be really hard, and they weren't teaching me. I guess I'd have to do a private first, but I didn't know how to do anything, and then they rushed through everything, and I'm asking people around me, and then they're getting annoyed at me.
I know. That's the thing. And everything is like sliding on the reformer, sliding so many places. But this was a mat Pilates class, and the teacher is like so fun. And so you can come with me.
Was that fun or fine?
Fun.
But it had the undertone of fine.
No. I mean, I don't know. I guess yeah. I don't know. I'm never really like, oh, that guy is hot.
Like a male teaching a class?
I mean,
a fitness
definitely
class?
Not a male teaching a fitness class, but it's just like, I don't know. I feel like it's like more about, I don't know, when people are like, they're so hot. I'm like, okay, but like, what's their personality like?
That's good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not like, oh, I'm so not shallow, but it's just like.
That's not shallow. That's the opposite of shallow.
Right. I'm not saying it because I'm like, I really am into personality. I'm saying like, I have to, I don't know, I can like, see someone and be like, oh, that's a good looking person, but I'm not like, they're hot. You know what I mean?
Well, a lot of hot guys, in my experience, have turned out to be lame.
Yeah. Well, like classically hot, where you're like, oh yeah, that guy's hot. I don't know.
And then you talk to them and you're like, I'm done.
Yeah. Because they're just like been hot forever. And they're just like, I don't need to do more than this, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, I think my husband's hot. You think your husband's hot.
Yeah, your husband's attractive.
Thank you.
I forgot. What was his name again?
It was Alex, and it still is.
Oh. And how long have you guys been together for?
We have been together for, let's see, it's October. It'll almost for 4 years. 4 years? Oh my God.
Wow. And and then you got married like a year ago, right?
Yeah, about a year and a half ago.
So, I Google everyone I'm going to have on. So I saw some of your wedding pictures. Yeah. And it looked amazing.
Thank you. It was very great.
And did you plan everything or work with someone? Like
I had a wedding planner, Miri. She's like still my friend.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So I had a wedding planner, but like I had very specific ideas for my wedding, and it was funny because like we have the exact opposite like palettes. Like
you and the planner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like my favorite colors are pink and blue, and hers are orange and burgundy.
Huh.
And I was like, oh my God, how is this going to work? But we just ended up, like, working really well together. And there were just, like, specific things that I was like, I need this to happen. And she, like, got it done.
Yeah. I loved all of the pink, like, the couch and the chairs.
Thank you.
Right?
Yeah. I think about those couch and chairs a lot because I'm like, can I just have that?
Yeah, it was cute because it's like you did that in the middle of the desert. But did you take that? It was almost like a cool hotel or something.
Okay, so it's like, it's actually, there are like 5 houses on it. And so it's like a property. Oh. And so like 30 people stayed on the property. And then there's like the lawn and whatever. And, we wanted to get married. My one stipulation was like, I want to get married by the ocean. I love the ocean. And we had a wedding date in Maui, and I was freaking out. Just like, I don't know. I mean, planning a wedding is like hard.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, I'm sure you had a lot of stress, even though a lot of the stuff, like, you knew you were getting the Madonna in goblets. I tried to get them so hard. Like,
you couldn't?
No, they only will give them to the Madonna in. And like, I could have bought, 200 from the gift shop, but like they were like $15. So wholesale or anything, even rentals, we couldn't do it.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. So.
That would have gone good.
We had goblets, they were fine, but like that was like a week where I was like, no, we need the Madonna in goblets, like it has to happen.
Yeah.
But so then we went to Palm Springs. Alex had been to the desert once, and it was like a thunderstorm, like the only time it ever rained, and so he didn't really like know what the desert was actually. And then we went, I'm talking so much, I'm sorry.
No, you're supposed to. That's what we're doing here.
And I loved it, and it's so weird because like I hate being hot, and I wouldn't think that I would like the desert, but then our theme was the cactus and the rose, so it was like roses in the desert. Everything was like kind of opposites.
That's
like
cute.
Alex and me.
Did you come up with the cactus and the rose?
Yeah.
You're very in tune to like, some people just like get kind of, I want to say style, but I feel like there's something else too.
Oh, thanks.
Or it's like getting like how to decorate or something. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't understand. I don't know how to describe it, but I don't understand those areas.
Decorating, I'm like so not good at.
Yeah, like I'm horrible at, but I guess is that like the work that the wedding, because when I saw yours, I was like, oh my God, it's like, it feels like cohesive.
Yeah, she definitely was very helpful in execution because I'm just like, I have like all these ideas and then I am just like, I have no idea how to get this done.
Yeah.
So she was helpful because she would like bring me to a place and then I would be able to be like, no, this is not the the right, like, the hue of whatever, and then we'd like figure it out, you know?
How did you decide to move from Maui to the desert?
Maui just like got super overwhelming, and then we went and saw the venue in Palm Springs, and it was just like really nice, and it was like pretty. It was in the mountain, so I thought that was like nice to be in the desert, but also be in the mountain like that, and there were like houses on it. I don't know, it just seemed nice.
Mm-hmm. And then since you guys have been married, like how is married life going? Do you have any marriage advice for me?
No. I was going to ask you, like, because you're like fresh. What is it, like a month and a half?
Yeah, about a month, yeah. What we're trying to do is like enforce like a weekly date sort of thing, or like going out with other couples, which is fun because all the past guys I've dated, like, I like to say horrible people, even though they just weren't right for me. Right. But, like,
that's how you start looking at things once you, like, get married.
Really?
You're like, they're not, like, okay, they weren't, like, horrible people. It's just, like, it wasn't a fit. It's not a match.
Well,
and
now that I'm happy, I could say it in a nicer way.
And you want, like, everyone to, like, prescribe to that. You're just, like, your friends who are getting, like, fucked over by dudes. You're like, it's just not a match. It'll work. It's better. Like, rejection is God's protection, right?
You start saying things in a different way. That's so funny. Yeah, that is true. I should do a joke about that. Yeah, but anyway, so, I could never get, like, any of the guys that in the past had dated to, like, go to Disneyland, like, go on a double date. Like, they were always like, I don't want to do anything.
I mean, I saw your post the other day. You're like, get you a man who likes to take photos.
He loves photos, you know? So we've been just trying to do fun things. It was really... Like, we had the best, it's so fun getting married. And then, we went on our honeymoon after, which was so much fun. And then coming back, it's like, now we just have to continue planning fun things. Or, like, it's just, like, you're on that high and you don't want it to, like, crash.
Yeah.
So we're like, Disneyland! Like, what else?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's good because my husband works so much. It is crazy. Like, it drives me nuts. And so we didn't go on our honeymoon right away, which I don't suggest. Like, I wish we had gone on our honeymoon immediately.
Because it's weird, like, coming back to reality.
Yeah, and then you're just like, oh, what'd you do this weekend? Like, I got married. It cost a lot of money.
How long did you wait for?
Let's see, we got married in March. We didn't go. Oh, I think we went to Hawaii in April, so like a month and a half, and then we did Europe, like in the winter.
Where'd you go in
Europe? Florence, Rome, Copenhagen, and Paris.
I hate Rome. You do?
Oh, yeah.
Rome sucks.
It's the worst.
But wasn't it so cold in the winter? It's like
it wasn't too bad. I mean, it was like cold, but it wasn't like terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't go do the, all the like Amalfi Coast stuff because that's
summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. So that, we went there.
Yeah.
When I was looking, like, I'd be, like, looking on Instagram at, like, the different hotels and areas just to, like, see from other people's perspectives, just being creepy.
Yeah.
And, like, I saw people taking pictures there, like, in the winter, like, overcast. And it's like, what the fuck is the point of going there?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty, though. Like, and that was really, because, like, I don't know, it is... I mean, the Mediterranean is, like, so amazing, but it just was, timing-wise, worked out that way. And, like, Paris was hailing, and it was, like, pretty to, like, be on the bridge and, like, I don't know.
Anything could be, like, romantic in Paris.
Yeah.
Even food poisoning.
I kind of, like...
it's like, oh, we got, like,
Yeah. Well, I mean...
You kind of what?
I am, like, not... I feel like Paris is one of those places that... Cause I did a acting program in Paris for a summer, and you're like, I don't know.
You don't know if you love Paris.
Yeah, like it's beautiful, and the art is amazing, and the architecture is amazing, but otherwise, like I'm not super into the food.
Yeah.
And like the people are really not friendly.
When I was there, I was there for like a week, and I only... a couple years ago, and I didn't have a vegetable all week.
Yeah.
Like, all the food was what? Like, meat and cheese and bread or something.
Or it's, like, chicken, like, cocoa van. Like, if you want to eat, like, actual food, then you're eating, like, it's, like, really rich and heavy.
Yeah.
And
which does not agree with me.
No.
Did you go to Crazy Horse?
No.
Oh, it's amazing.
I know. I need to go. I wanted to go so badly, and we just didn't. We didn't have that much time in Paris.
Yeah.
And also, Alex told me he didn't want to go.
What?
I think he was scared to be with me watching it.
Because it's like he doesn't want to say the wrong thing and be like, oh, they're hot, and you're like, what?
Well, like we went to Jumbo's.
Okay.
And
I want to hear about this.
He stood in the back on the ESPN app the whole time.
Oh. So does he just not like it, or does he not, or is it uncomfortable?
I think that he doesn't want me to feel any, way about it, which, I'm, of course, I wouldn't, blah, 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 whatever, but I'm not, mad about it. You know what I mean?
Wait, you mean...
He doesn't want me to be,
Like, you feel jealous or insecure or uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's so sweet, though, that he would put that before you. Because I feel like a lot of guys wouldn't be like that.
I know. No, they wouldn't, and it's not normal. Like, but you know, he grew up super Christian. So.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Well, one of the guys that I dated in the past, like, we were in Miami, and we were like, and you know, I was trying to be that like cool girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's go to a strip club. Like, it will be so much fun. Like, whatever. And he's like, okay, I'm down. And we went there, and like, you know, I dressed hot. Like, I wanted to, you know, it didn't turn out that I was the number one person there. Like, once we got there.
Yeah.
And and we were sitting like at the seats that face the stage. I want to say like the front row.
Oh, nice.
I don't know how to call it. You know what I mean? And then he had a toothpick in his mouth. He was smiling and nodding up and down, watching them and like staring at them. And I was so disgusted. I was like, I will never. And we got into like a huge fight.
Yeah.
And it was just gross to watch him enjoy it like in front of you.
Right.
Because it was almost like he just forgot I was there.
Yeah.
And it was just like a scene in a creepy movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Exactly. So I'm like, even though I know that it's not real and I don't want to be like, oh, I want to demand this of my husband, I was like kind of stoked that he did that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, it's almost like, it's almost like I'm kind of glad he grew up Christian.
Yeah. I mean,
you know, he probably is a good person, you hope.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not, he's definitely a good person. But, yeah. I mean, I just feel like not having the Bible to tell you why to be a good person is just like kind of harder.
Yeah. So you're from New York.
Yeah.
Right? Tell me about your life growing up.
I grew up in Tribeca. Mm-hmm. And I don't know.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to Little Red Schoolhouse
on that.
Bleecker and 6th.
Okay.
And then Trevor Day School.
I've heard of that. Someone I knew went there. Allegra Meyer. Do you know that name?
I know someone named Allegra.
She was a couple years younger than you.
Oh. I don't know.
Okay.
And then I went to Bennington College in Vermont.
Isn't that the school that from American Psycho?
Yeah. Yeah, Brett Easton Ellis.
Does anyone else say that to you?
They never say American Psycho because Rules of Attraction.
Well, that's where James Van Der Beek's character goes.
Right. And it was like Rules of Attraction was like there or like based there.
Oh, okay. So what is that, like a liberal arts school then?
Yeah, super liberal arts.
Okay.
And also like Donna Tartt, who wrote The Goldfinch, she wrote this book called The Secret History, which is so good.
Really?
You should read it. And
it's about your school? Mm-hmm. Why? What happened there?
It's just like really, it's for like very weird people.
Okay, wait.
It's like,
what happened there?
I mean, a lot of stuff has happened there.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like there aren't that many people. There's like 600 people at any given time.
Okay, so it's a very small school.
It's very small. Okay. It's like clothing optional.
Wait, what? Stop.
Yeah.
What? I've never heard of this before.
Yeah, it's like you have like
clothing optional.
Yeah, so there was like a naked activities club.
Stop. No, there wasn't.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, and we would get like notes in our mailbox like naked frisbee on the lawn at 4:00 and like whatever.
So Vermont, right? Is it in Vermont?
Yeah.
Wait. Naked did you do that?
No.
Who did that?
I'm like uncomfortable with this. Like,
who went there? Was it Nora?
Peter Dinklage, Justin Theroux.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Tim Daly, Alan Arkin.
I like Justin Theroux.
Yeah. I just started watching Maniac.
Oh.
And he's in it.
How is it?
I like it.
Uh-huh.
And he's like so good in it.
You know what I'm watching right now?
What?
American Horror Story, the cult one.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Did you watch that one?
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
I love it.
I want to watch the new one, too.
Yeah. I think it just came out, right? Billy Eichner is so good.
Yeah, I know. I love Leslie Grossman.
Yeah, me
who's
too.
His wife.
Me too. I love the characters. Like, I've never seen, of course, you know, the whole election thing at first, it's like, but then it's like, I actually like what they did about it.
It's probably better now to watch it than like at when it came out.
Well, it probably would have been, like,
it was a
more uncomfortable.
It was, like, it's very dark.
Yeah.
You know, like, last night we were talking about going to the movies, and I was like, let's go see Lizzie, like, and then we
Is that the Chloe Sevigny?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then we were talking about, like, Fahrenheit 11/9, which is, like, Michael Moore's. Mm-hmm. And I was like, is it weird that that's so much darker than Lizzie Borden? Like, I would rather go see someone, like, murder their parents with an axe than, like, watch
a documentary?
About, the election.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, no, I don't. I don't know enough about... I just know that I don't know enough about either films. Let's get back to Bennington.
Okay.
So, they had Naked Class. What else did they have? What was, like, the secret that this book was written about?
Oh, well, I mean, the book was, like, about a kid who went there, and then they, like, joined this, like, philosophy, like, this tiny philosophy class, and it was sort of, like, culty, and... But, I
love cults.
Yeah. I mean, it's not actually a cult, but yeah. And then there's a murder in it. You should read this book. It's so good. It's so good. And Donna Tartt wrote The Goldfinch. I think she won the Pulitzer for that, but I like The Secret History better.
So you went there for...
Theater.
Theater? Okay. Mm-hmm. And then, and you knew you wanted to be an actress?
Yes.
Since you were younger?
Yeah, probably. I knew I had, like, no choice.
Why is that?
I just, like, couldn't concentrate on anything else, really.
And did you do stuff when you were younger before that?
I never did anything professionally until college. I mean, until I moved out here. But, yeah, I mean, I did theater, like, my whole life.
Do you still like theater?
Yeah. I do.
Do you want to do, like, I don't know, what do you prefer?
Like TV versus... Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I actually haven't done theater in so long, but I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know what's going on in my life.
Okay. So you moved out here after college?
Yeah.
And to pursue the thing?
To pursue it.
And then what happened?
I got an audition for iCarly, one line, booked it. And I was like, this is going to be easy.
Really?
Yeah. And that was ridiculous thinking. Because
then after that, you just auditioned a lot, and you're like, ugh, it's like a process.
Well, actually, more so, like, now I'm like, ugh, because I was on a TV show for 6 years.
Yeah.
So...
But that's amazing. I mean, that's a really long time.
Yeah,
that's like
it was
the
great.
Dream for people.
It was great. It was amazing.
And that was Awkward on MTV.
Yeah.
And tell me about the show.
I haven't done that in so long. Okay, the show, it's like a comedy, but it's like, I guess it's a drama. I mean, it's a half-hour... Dramedy, high school comedy-ish thing. Kind of like John Hughes-ish.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. And what's his name, actually, played our teacher for one season. Oh, my God, why can't I remember it? 3 names. He was in Breakfast Club, Weird Science.
The teacher who's like, you get the... Oh, no, Anthony Michael Hall?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Breakfast Club was one of my favorite movies growing up. Yeah, I used to know all the lines.
Yeah. So he played... our teacher one season.
That's fun.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, and I played like the mean girl, Sadie.
Was that were they like meaner? Was it hard to be?
I mean,
did you draw your inspiration from anywhere?
Like maybe my grandmother.
Really?
Yeah.
So, what was it like with your grandma?
Well, she just, I guess maybe it's like partially, well, the thing about Sadie, who was my character, is like, the meanness has to come from somewhere, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like the vulnerability and the insecurity, and then that's just how she projects it, as opposed to like what I would do. You know what I mean? So it's like you just like get to that original place of like feeling insecure about something and then just like put all these like awful words on it. And then
did it make you feel bad sometimes? Like say, or were you like, no,
yeah,
it's a TV show?
I mean, it made me feel bad, but also like it didn't really dawn on me until like it started airing that like people were gonna hate me.
Really?
You know? Yeah.
So was there social media out then?
Yeah, it was like Twitter mostly. Instagram hadn't happened yet.
So did people start tweeting at you saying shit and you were like, what the fuck?
Yes.
Wow.
It was crazy. And I was like, I mean, it makes perfect sense, but I didn't really realize it.
And did you write anything like, it's a character, not me?
Of course.
You like argue
for
with
a
them.
while, but then, you know.
You have to stop reading the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did that like sink you into like a depression?
No, you know, I've pretty much like done that for myself for my whole life. So it's like I sound so dark. But
no,
like,
not at all.
You know, it's like the things that were being said to me were like not. I mean, some of them were things that I was like, oh, I didn't realize that. Like they like, oh, my forehead is tiny. And I, like, knew my forehead was small, but I didn't know it was going to be, like, something.
Your forehead looks pretty normal to me.
It's small. I mean, it's, like, normal.
Compared
I don't, like,
to who?
look like
Rihanna
a freak.
or Tyra Banks?
I mean...
Don't they?
I guess, yeah. No, it's small. Like, I know, you know,
God,
it's small.
I would, oh, my God. It's, like... To put yourself out there and have people pick you apart. Now I'm just imagining what people would pick me apart for.
Well, that was what was weird is because, like, I felt like I really had, like, run the gamut of things to, like, pick myself apart for.
Oh, and then they came up with new things?
Yeah. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, there was one thing that people kept tweeting me this superhero name, and finally one day I Googled it, and it was the Crimson Chin, and he like has a huge chin and he fights crime with his chin. And I was like, oh, like I knew I had like a defined chin, but I wasn't like, oh, this is really bothersome to people. So it's just like, yeah, you find out all of these like new stuff to be upset about.
But we're all of your other cast members were as well getting, I'm sure, like, tweets, too, right?
Yeah, and...
So you guys talked it out with each other.
Yeah. And also, like, because the show ran, I think that's when, like, the enemy, the antagonist gets a little bit... You know, if it was, like, one season, people would just be like, what a fucking bitch with a giant chin. But since it, like, went, and people started to actually turn and... like my character, so then they'd be like, your jawline is so beautiful. I mean, not actually, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Did you like talk to the writers and you're like, maybe she doesn't have to be such a bitch?
I mean, yeah. At first I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. Because it was really the pilot episode of Awkward, Jenna, who's the main character, she loses her virginity to Maddie, and then she like goes to take Advil because her vagina hurts, and she like slips. There's a hairdryer and a bathtub, and it looks like she tried to commit suicide, and so everybody thinks she tried to commit suicide. So my character just like rags on her for
bullying her for that.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And then like, so what year was that?
That was 2011.
So around that time was that like a big bullying time?
Yes.
Or, okay.
Yes.
So was that kind of like in response to like writing about what was going on?
No, I don't think it was that. I think that it just like happened to...
Or it's just like there's always that character.
Yeah. I mean, well, I think that like the Jenna, the lead character, had such a... I mean, there was voice of, you were really, even when I would watch the show, like, I was Jenna, you know what I mean? Like, and so and I think that my character was, like, based on a real person from...
The writer's experience in high school. Oh, okay. Well, that, like, makes it, I feel like if only everyone knew that.
Well, yeah, but you can't.
I
mean, like, you go around, like, telling everyone. I mean, look, my sister is a Democrat on Fox News, so
okay.
I, like, can't. The tweets that she gets are...
Really?
Oh, my God.
Oh, for her doing her thing. So it's kind of like...
Yeah. She goes on Fox News, and she's the Democrat. It's like...
Wow. Yeah. Must be dealing with a lot of crazy people.
Yeah, sometimes they, like, get the wrong sister and they tweet me that
really?
I should die. And I'm like, oh, Jesse must have been on Hannity.
Do you, but you guys don't have that much of it. Oh, when they just look on Tarlov on Twitter.
Yeah, they might just, like, yeah.
Okay. And then when you got the show, like, did you have to go through a crazy audition process for it?
There was, like, the first audition and then the producer session, and then you have to test for the network.
Were you nervous for that?
Yeah, but, like, I wasn't as nervous as, like, I would be now. Like, now I feel like I'm so, like, I get so psycho about these things.
Auditions. They're horrible.
Yeah, they are. Unless they're good, and then you're like, this is, like, the greatest
Yeah, and then
moment.
Sometimes you're like, that was so good, and then you're like, why didn't I get a call?
Yeah.
I don't know if that happens to you. That's only been my experience. I'm like, that was fun. And then I'm like, oh, hello?
I know.
But yeah, I mean, like, so, do you have any audition tips? I should ask you.
I mean, no. Like, it's so bizarre. I'm like, I have totally forgotten. I think before it was such a thing where it was like, I didn't really feel, like, it seemed very far away. Booking a series regular was, like, not even in my radar.
You were
know
just
what I
like,
mean?
fuck it. Oh, because had you only done, like, a couple, like, co-stars or something?
I had, like, a co-star, two co-stars, a guest star, and I was, like, that was, like, my first year in LA.
That's a lot for a first year.
Yeah, no, it was great.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was great. And then I was like, okay, my goal for this year is 2 guest stars. And then I got this audition, and it was, like, series regular, and then it just, but, you know, you don't, like, now it's, like, you feel like you're going into a room. I mean, even with, like, the internet and stuff, before it felt like I can go into this room and, like, I'm kind of anonymous, so if I, like, shit the bed, then it's, like, I leave and they forget it. Yeah. You know what I mean? But now there's, like, so much access to everybody, and, like, I don't know. So I feel like going into rooms now, I just, like, get freaked out.
Well, it's annoying, like, how a lot of people want influencers now. Or, like, you have to have a big following for stuff. And it's, like, it's weird that that's, like, how some people prioritize things.
Yeah. I think everybody's just, like, scrambling because there's so many networks. There's so many. Like, the fact that you can be watching a show and I can be watching a show and it hasn't overlapped is so bizarre because remember, like, when we were growing up and it was like, oh, we watched Snick.
Snick?
Yeah.
Wait, is that Nickelodeon?
Like Saturday night Nickelodeon.
I can't remember the night of Snick. Like,
Saturday.
Snick as a phrase. I just remember, like, Saturday morning, like, what's the thing with, like, Pepper Ann?
Oh.
What is that? Like, the morning one. I can't remember,
yeah. But, like, Pepper Ann.
I can't believe I just even said that name. I just, like, pulled that out of my head. I have not said that name in, like, 20 years.
I, like, actually talk about Pepper Ann a lot.
Shut up!
I really do. That's such a good theme song.
Catch 'em if you can, Pepper Ann, right?
Yeah.
Who else was on that?
She's Too Cool for 7th grade. She's one.
Yeah, that was a good show.
Yeah.
What was that? Sunday morning? Saturday morning?
I don't
Disney?
know.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, there wasn't a lot.
Or like Boy Meets World.
Yeah,
or like
love.
Full House. Like, you know, we watched it. We all watched it. But now it's like...
There's so many.
Yeah. And they're just like, okay, like 8 people in Nebraska watch this and like blah, blah, blah. And so I feel like everybody's just like, what do we do? Okay, you have followers. Let's put you in this TV show.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, they're like, I don't know. Like, if Awkward was happening, if my show was auditioning now, like, it would be totally different.
Like, it'd be, like, all Vine people.
Yeah.
So annoying.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if, like, Vine...
Or, I don't know. That's what I just, like... Well, that was, like, the original thing. And now what is it? Girls who do tutorials?
I guess. Or, like...
I don't keep up with, like, influencers.
I was for a while. I was, like, obsessed because I was like, why? Show me. And now I'm like, I can't.
And did you buy into it?
Did I buy into it?
I don't know what that even means.
I know.
But, like, did you...
Like, have I tried to, like... have a theme on my Instagram? Yeah, I have tried.
Tell me about that. I need to learn about this.
Well, about a theme?
Just like, oh, you mean a color scheme?
Yeah.
Is that what a theme is?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, one of my friends, she does, she works for, like, a social media, like, people's Instagrams. Yeah. And, like, she's told me about that. Does that really make a difference?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't think... I don't know. It's bizarre to me because when I go to someone's page... and all they have is, like, pictures where they're like, this is red-hued. I'm like, well, that tells me nothing about you.
Well, it's funny because I was just on Kylie's Instagram yesterday. And I was like, I just realized it.
Kylie Minogue?
Jenner. Well, I was about to say her last name, but I was like, I probably don't need to say it. I stopped, and then I was like, she'll know.
I saw that, and I was like, okay.
No, I was on Kylie Jenner's. I don't follow her, but sometimes I look on her page every couple of weeks. And she does the color scheme thing.
Does she?
She does. She'll have, like, a full outfit in, like, orange. I noticed that she got 2, like, cars that were orange, and she was like, for the summer. And it's just like for the summer, she has like an orange Hummer and like an orange Ferrari. I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, she does the color scheme thing too. And she'll just have like full outfits and then like the matching purse and like some kind of light that's like the color.
I mean, I feel like that's like a function of her being young because she doesn't need to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like this feels fun for me.
Yeah, she probably likes it because like at the end of the day, like she is 20 or whatever, however old she is, but I don't think that like I don't think she needs to do it. And I think like because I've like dabbled with it or not, I've like tried to post a picture at 2 pictures in the same like outfit in different poses, and I'm just like, this is so boring.
I've seen that one too.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's 3 pictures, right, in a line.
Yeah. Well, it's mostly 3 pictures.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out. I feel like I'm 40 right now. I feel like I'm like a parent who's like, and what? I don't even know how to do that one dance.
I don't know how to do that.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I mean, that wasn't it. But like, you're talking about the like.
Yes. Okay.
Flossing.
And the other day, Steven's mom was like, "Oh yeah." She's like, "Do you know how to floss?" And I was like, "My teeth." And she's like, "No, the dance flossing." I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" And yeah, I just feel like I feel like older. I mean, but
no,
why should I know what that shit is?
Yeah, I'm
angry.
Well, we're like in the middle. We're like we're too old to like be into it and know how to do it, and we're too young to like find out about it like 3 months later and be like, hey, do you know about this?
Yeah, it's like I'm just not going to talk about it because it's just embarrassing.
I mean, yeah.
So you recognize the Himalayan salt lamp in the room?
I do.
Tell me what that does.
Salt draws out negative things, right? Like salt, water, or, you know, like if you have like
impurities.
Right. So that's what the salt does. When you have the Himalayan salt lamp on, it like takes out the negative. It's supposed to take out like the negative stuff in the room.
Is that what the happy lamp is? Or do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, the sun lamp.
Oh, yeah. What is that one?
No. Well, that's like sunlight. Because I had to have that in college.
For depression?
Yeah.
Well, I know a lot of people have it.
Yeah.
And what's that one?
Well, that's like
how is it
UV rays.
Oh.
Yeah. So that gives you like whatever like sunshine gives you.
Oh,
it's for
vitamin
seasonal depression.
Oh, people get those in the winter and put them. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, I've been told like 10 years ago that I had a vitamin D deficiency. I wonder if I just needed one of those lamps. I probably need to go outside. I was partying a lot. I don't think I was awake during the day.
Really?
Yeah, I used to be like a really bad partier.
Yeah.
In New York. Obviously, not here.
Yeah.
No one's partying here.
No. I mean, are they? I bet they are. They are.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't go out. Yeah. Do you go out?
No.
Do you go to like fun Hollywood house parties?
No.
It's like, where are those?
I don't know. I go to one house party
a
place.
Year.
No, I just go to like Bonnie. Like if Bonnie is like, I am having a party because she's still like she's still holding on to that.
She loves partying.
I know,
but I feel like she genuinely. And we're talking about Bonnie McKee, who's been on the podcast before. Lovely girl. Yeah. She always, but she like genuinely like loves parties and having people over. Like I would never feel comfortable like coming like out of the coming down the stairs to a full party going on and being like, who the fuck are these people?
I know, it's so bizarre, and like especially like not drinking and doing it.
Yeah.
But she loves it.
But I will probably go to the Halloween party.
Yeah, I mean, I have to go to all of them. I just like, have to go because she'll, and it's like up the street, so it's fine.
Do you know what you're gonna be for Halloween? I'm like done dressing up. I'm too old.
Really?
But I guess I'm going to do something.
What are you gonna do?
Well, first of all, I hate store-bought costumes.
Yeah, same.
I like putting together my own thing.
Yeah.
I generally like to either wear something like cute and cover myself in blood.
Yeah.
Like feeling like I'm in a horror movie kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or like a schoolgirl sort of thing, or I don't know. I'm going to put together something. I haven't really thought of it yet. What about you?
Well, the other day we were talking about being Melanie Griffith?
And Antonio Banderas?
No, and Ed Harris from Milk Money.
Oh, that's funny.
I know nobody would ever get it, but...
Yeah, because it's not like there's like an identifiable... Did she have like a white dress? Like
yeah, she had like a long kind of like flat... Because when she started wearing like Frank's mom's clothes and stopped dressing like a hooker, she was like in these like cute... And he has like a seersucker suit like when they went out for ice cream on their first date, so...
That's funny.
I mean, I just want that.
Like a fun matching costume. Yeah. To wear with your guy.
I guess. I mean, yeah. We've dressed up as our dog. And I mean, I don't know. It's so yeah. But then I was like, I kind of I want to do the Spice Girls.
That's fun.
I've done a Spice Girls lip sync. Mm-hmm. But I've never done a Spice Girls.
Who would you be?
I would be Ginger Spice.
Really?
Yeah.
I would be Baby, I think. Or maybe Posh. I think I'm, probably younger me would want to be Baby, but older me would want to be Posh.
Yeah. I mean, younger me, I was like Posh, and then I was like, I'm going to be Sporty Spice.
Yeah.
And so I switched, and I was Sporty Spice for like our lip sync, and now I'm like, I'm Ginger Spice.
No one wants to be scary. Being scary is like being Miranda.
No, I don't think so.
Do you think that girls want to be Miranda now?
No.
That she ran for Congress or wherever she ran for? What was it?
Mayor.
I'm so embarrassed.
Governor, actually. Oops. She ran for governor.
Governor. Is that the same as... Okay, no. Mayor. Never mind. Let's move on quickly. So you like the salt lamp, but what kind of... Do you have any stuff like that? Crystals? Or are you a crystal girl?
I am a crystal girl.
And tell me... Like, I don't know about the whole crystal world. I don't know about any of those LA kind of stuff.
Okay, well, I didn't get into crystals because of LA. I actually, am super into, the reason crystals make sense to me is because of Ghost Hunters. The show on Sci-Fi where they were plumbers and ghost hunters. I loved...
They were plumbers turned ghost hunters?
Yeah, they, worked for Roto-Rooter. And they, the beginning of Ghost Hunters has, their van pulling up as, the plumbers. And then it, turns into, the ghost hunting van. But there are these two guys, Grant and Jason, who, had experience. They both had separate experiences. And they're just super chill dads who from, I think, Rhode Island, and then they, go around ghost hunting.
And did they find... Is it real?
You know what? I have heard that the producers...
create
it and don't tell them.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm. And there's a couple episodes where they've, caught things, and one was on the Queen Mary. They caught on their video, somebody... messing with the footage and like rewinding, like undoing the bed, rewind, whatever. And they were like, they thought it was the people at the Queen Mary, but like I think it's the producers.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's a reality show. I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Do you like ghost hunting stuff and ghost culture?
Yeah. I love ghost culture.
That's so funny. Did you know this place is haunted?
I didn't.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I've never seen anything, but
Yeah.
people have sometimes said they've seen like kind of like a
shadowy
source sort of thing, like float around or like felt like presence.
Yeah.
Do you feel anything in here right now?
No.
Yeah,
but it must be the salt lamp.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Good call. We're safe with the soft one.
Yeah. Are you into ghosts?
Not really. Like I don't really think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been on, like, a ghost hunting tour. I mean...
I haven't either.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But I know there's... Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't, like, appeal to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just not... Yeah, but I like doing, like, Halloween stuff. Like, I'm, like, going to, like, some weird haunted house or something. Like,
yeah.
You get all into that kind of stuff?
Yeah. I mean, I get really freaked out because of... not, like... Just because of, like, people who are alive and going to those things.
Wait, what?
Like alive people scare me more than ghosts.
Oh, okay, in what kind of situations?
Like big crowds where they're just
overwhelm you. Like
not
a
overwhelm me, but I'm
march
like,
or something.
No,
I know. I didn't go because I felt like it's too overwhelming. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like giant crowds of people.
It's just like wily. You know what I mean? It's just like I don't know what everybody is.
Oh, you mean like if you went to Universal Horror Night or whatever, it would just be like it's not like the rides or the mazes. It's more just like the packs of people with like Chucky tattoos from Orange County.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. But I do think there was like one haunted thing that was in the Valley, and it was the most scared I've ever been in my entire life.
Really? What was it?
It was called the Factory of Nightmares. It was at Pierce College. And you, like, go in, it's like a maze, but they're just, like, coming at you all the time. Like, it's just so much, it's like when you're having a dream that you're like, I need to get out of here.
That sounds horrible.
It's really crazy.
Is it still going on?
I think it's shut down now. Because
it was too much.
I don't know what happened.
They went too far.
It was really scary because also it's like not super like corporate. It's just like college kids in the Valley. I don't know.
I went to the Universal one last year, and I just like we went there early, to avoid the crowds and stuff. And I saw people like the people who were dressed up in the mazes. Like I saw one person like on their phone.
In the maze?
He was like, yes. He was like pretending to be dead. He was just laying back, like scrolling. Like they did not. And the second, it just brings you out. You know what I mean? And like they were like a little lazy with like their stabbing. Everything was just like lazy. And you every once in a while see one person who just like wanted to be there and like loved it. You know what I mean? And like I want those actors when I'm in there. So like, you know what I mean? It was just like, is this a paycheck or your passion?
Right, exactly. I mean, if you're not an influencer, that's
your job.
Right.
That's where we're at today.
Yeah. That's why, like, this Pierce College was scary because, like, because, like, at those places, they're not allowed to touch you, and they have all these, like, rules. But when it's kind of, like, an operation on the sly, they're
like grabbing you.
Yeah.
That's horrifying. Someone told me of one that there's like a field that zombies chase you for a mile.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
And then it's like, how do you know that like someone wasn't just like, I'm going to I don't work here, but I'm going to go do this and chase you.
I want to be in a horror movie.
Yeah.
It just sounds so fun. I wonder if like, I don't know. I always wonder if people like go home scared
from horror movies.
Like if they're filming it. Do you know what I
mean? I did a horror movie.
You did?
Yeah.
And did that happen?
Did I get scared?
Yeah. Well,
no.
So what was the premise?
It was like a frat sorority.
Okay.
Demon thing. I mean, it's not out yet.
Oh, okay. Are you allowed to talk about it?
I mean, Yeah, I can't, like, say what.
You don't have to tell me what happens in the end.
Yeah.
But so was it like a slasher sort of killer?
No. It was a demon.
Oh, a demon, sorry.
Yeah.
And then, so.
Could have used this damn salt lamp.
The one thing they forgot.
Yeah.
So did it scare you, like, going home at night after?
To the Holiday Inn.
Yeah, that's what that's what I think. Oh, that's what was in Louisiana.
Yeah.
So that's what I think about, because it's like you imagine like a creepy set, and then it's like you're probably going home to like, you know, like a shitty like hotel, and then it's like, aren't you scared there by yourself? Like, was your husband there? Or were you there alone?
I was there alone.
So didn't that scare you, like going back to like?
No, it didn't scare me. And, like, they even tried to, I think it, like, does the opposite. Because they even, like, people would be like, because we were shooting in, like, an old, creepy house.
Yeah.
And they would, like, say stuff about, like, rumors about something, like, happening in the house or whatever.
To try to freak you guys out?
Yeah.
Really? Who does that? The director?
No, it wasn't the director. I don't know. I can't remember now because we were just like... I mean, we all just have to sit here anyway.
Uh-huh.
But, so no, it was less scary than, I think, seeing it.
Oh, seeing it behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Because I guess it's like you're just, like, in a house. Like, how's this scary? But then it's when they add the music and the editing.
Yeah,
and, like,
or if you're, like, getting, like, your prosthetics on, you're not, like, whatever. But I also think you could just freak yourself out whenever. Like, if we wanted to, we could, like, you don't feel anything in here right now, but we could just, like, get really quiet and, like, automatically start maybe
like,
hearing things or, like, feeling vibes. You know what I mean?
I scare the shit out of myself all the time.
Yeah.
When I'm by myself, or even, like, if I go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, like, you know, watching American Horror Story. Like, it didn't get that scary, but in the beginning it was. Like, clowns freak me out.
Yeah.
So it's like, I imagine, like, what if there's, like, a clown behind the shower curtain?
Yeah.
And I'll, like, literally scare the shit. It's crazy.
Yeah. I do that, too. And, like, the other night I fell asleep in the living room, and I was, like, woken up by the air conditioner, but I was, like... And I was just laying there, like, looking around. And then I ran to the bedroom.
Uh-huh.
Like, just by myself, like, running away from my living room when there's, like, nothing. I was just freaked myself out.
And so you said that your husband, he works a lot. So are you often alone at night freaking yourself out?
No, but he, like, sleeps through anything. So, like, in that sense,
it's very role reversal. Now you're watching over everything.
Wait, what do you mean?
Oh, just like how you're like, you're supposed to be the guy, like you're supposed to be awake, like protecting me, and you're just asleep.
Yeah, from like the.
It was a bad joke that didn't land.
No, it's fine. It's my bad. But no, I'll be like, Alex, there's like, because we have a room on the side of our bedroom, and it's like French doors, and then like the next room, and some stuff goes down in there.
Really?
Yeah.
You feel that? Mm-hmm. But do you like, you mean like you hear noises or like doors, and then you're like, was that air? Was that...
Yeah, I mean, we hear, like, noises, the door sometimes, and my dog, like, gets into these modes where she's just, like, definitely interacting with something that's not there.
Like barking or something?
No, she just, like, looks around, and then she'll, like, go and stand... like somewhere when we're already like feeling a weird vibe, and then we went to a medium, but
and what happened?
Well, my husband's dad died, and so we like think it's
him.
Yeah.
Well, was he living in the house, or was he ever? No. So then, how would his spirit? It doesn't have to be someone.
If a spirit can be a spirit, do
they
you think
travel?
They can travel?
I thought the spirit lives in the house.
I don't think so. See, that's the thing. That's where I'm like, I don't think like a place is haunted just because like, you know what I mean? Like, actually, my friend was over yesterday, and something happened, and she was like, is there a ghost in here? And I was like,
what?
Yeah.
She felt something?
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't know. I think, like, maybe, but it's not, like, a bad vibe. And I also am like...
That's why you have the crystals.
No, it's not for... I have crystals because crystals are, like, pretty.
Yeah.
And they do have, like, properties. You know what I mean? I'm not, like
my husband
Spencer
has
Pratt.
them next to his... well, I forgot what his crystal thing was. I just knew he had, like, giant crystals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. My husband has them, like, next to him. But I think it's, like, good luck or some sort of thing like
mean, look, everything has, like, properties, right? So this salt lamp, like, is it going to make us, like, all of our negativity go away? Like, no. But, like, a little, like, it literally is salt that draws out negativity. So it's going to do something. You know what I mean? And so there's just different... And they're, like, well, this is probably psychotic, but... So limestone is super... This is what I learned from ghost hunters. So when something's built on limestone, it's, like, more likely to have memories in it.
I'm staring at you like that because my name, Chelsea, means a landing place for rock or limestone.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so
Isn't
strange.
that weird?
How did that become, like, a name then?
I don't know. I Googled it one time and it said that, and I was just like, that's odd. So wait. So that's why I'm like, what are you about to say about limestone?
Well, okay. So, and I don't know. I'm not, like, saying that I believe this or, like, have seen apparitions or whatever, but they do say that, like, places that are built on, like, certain types of minerals, and limestone is, like, a very, I guess you would say, like, it's
absorbent?
like a sponge. Yeah.
Okay.
So sometimes if people are experiencing something or seeing somebody do something or, like, smelling cigar smoke or something like that, they say it's like the memories in the limestone, and it's just, like, replaying.
That's interesting.
So I'm not like, oh, there are ghosts, but, like, we have energy, right? We all have energy. It just seems kind of crazy that, like, we'd have all of these. And, you know, when you meet somebody and you're just like, whoa, that.
Well, I reading people's energies, being like, that's a weird guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, how is that possible if, like.
Okay, the lights just flickered. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
That's why you're looking at me like that? Is it because now I'm scared? Do you know what I mean? Now I'm creating that.
Yeah.
Okay, I literally feel like this is a ghost episode.
Wait.
I'm scared. I swear to God.
Does it do that a lot?
It's done it before, and I'm not even kidding. I think we were talking about something that had to do with this another time. But we're fine.
No, I know we're fine. I'm not scared.
I'm just saying that out loud to myself.
Okay.
Wait, so do you know what really freaks me out? House sounds.
Yeah. Like,
does your
creaky.
house have...
Yeah.
But all houses have that, right?
I know, yeah.
Like, just...
But then, and then it's like sometimes you don't really know if you're like, oh, the house is settling. Or
settling?
That's what they say, like, it's just the house settling.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I think it's like when we sit down and we're like, gotta get comfy. I don't know.
Huh. That's so interesting. What are other crystals or stones that I should be aware of?
I mean, there are, like, lots of crystals. I don't know.
Which ones do you like?
I like rose quartz.
Okay. That sounds pretty.
You know, also it's, like, nice to have, like, people use, like, crystals a lot to, like, hold on to because it's just, like, nice to, like, have that.
Don't people take baths with them? Have you seen that?
No.
I've seen someone on Instagram taking a bath with one.
Well.
Like, no, but that's, like, a thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's something to do with, maybe it's, like, balancing or, like, resetting your energy or something.
Yeah, I mean, they're, like, they have different properties, and they do, like, whatever. You could spend all your money on all of this shit, and, like, I don't know. But, and then you're supposed to, like, leave them in the sun or in the moon to charge them.
Oh.
Yeah.
So do you do that?
I mean,
yes.
I've done it. I'm not like
weekly moon cleaning.
No.
Moon washing. So what did the medium say?
Oh, well, she said a lot of stuff, but to him, she was like, "Who's Tom?" And he was like, "Oh, that's my dad." And then she was like, "Who?" And she was writing while she was, and then she turned around the sheet, and she was like, "Who's Fran?"
Stop.
And my dog's name is Fran.
Franny. What the fuck?
And we always, like, joke, like, when Franny starts, like, looking around, like, oh, tell Tom we say what's up. And so she was like, who's Tom? Who's Fran? And he was like, that's my dog. And she's like, oh, yeah, they, like, hang out. And I was like, tight.
Oh, my God. Did she say anything else?
Yeah, she said a lot of stuff, but...
Do you often go to psychics?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
How often?
I mean, a few times a year.
It's such a scary experience for me. You know? Yeah. It's almost like it's scary hearing what they're going to say because it almost feels like some kind of sentencing.
Well, I think that if you have that feeling about it, that's the thing. I don't know if psychics can tell the future.
Mm-hmm. Or even like tarot cards. It's like you're just placing a card down. Like, how does that... And then you're like, oh, the Dagger of Swords or like whatever they're called. Like,
I do tarot.
You do? Yeah. Well, I mean, I've done it before, but it kind of feels like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I think But
here's the thing is that with tarot, if you get the cards and you start talking it out with, like, the person you're reading for or whatever, it's like, they've sort of come to their own conclusions about things and, like, find out the answer to what they wanted. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's, like, really just...
Have they mostly been right about stuff? Like, anything crazy ever happened with that?
Tarot I don't really get as, like, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because I don't really know how you would read the cards.
But, like, a psychic? Separately?
No, nothing. Well, a numerologist told me when I started... I sound so crazy.
It's not.
I'm, like, really
First of all,
not.
This is LA.
I know, but I'm not even, like,
It's
I'm a New
fine.
York Jew. I'm not, like... I just, like...
People do this, though. We've all done this. I have not been to a numerologist.
Just fun.
It's just it's fine.
It's fun.
You don't have to defend it.
Well, but I sound like a psycho and, like...
No, you don't. A lot of people do it.
Yeah, but...
Everyone's been to a psychic.
Okay, yeah.
Everyone's been.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, there's a couple, like, this is going to get dark. Okay. A psychic once told me, they were like, oh, your aunt is here. And I was like, okay. And she told me a bunch of stuff that she was saying. And then, like, we moved on. And then she was like, your aunt won't leave. Like, I'm getting, like, she's just won't leave. She's showing me cycling. Did she love to bicycle? And my aunt was hit by a bicycle in Central Park like 4 years ago, and that's how she died. And so I was like, either you, like, where I'm, like, deep in my Wikipedia and you're a terrible person by, like, using that to, or, like, you're talking to my aunt.
Did she have any information before about you?
No.
Like, does she ask for your full name?
No. And I, like, try not to, like,
give them anything.
Yeah, but I can't really remember. I mean, I guess it is possible that, there's, like, a way that that's possible that she would have done that, but I'm not sure. Yeah. And also, it's, like, so either she's, like, a terrible person or she's a psychic.
Did that make you cry?
I don't remember.
I think the last time I went to got a tarot card reading, I think I started crying before it even happened. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because it's just like, I don't know. There's something about it that feels just like so scary.
Well, I just think that you, like, are, like, what we bring to it, like I said about, like, freaking, like, we could freak ourselves out in here and be like, oh, there's something here. Mm-hmm. Like, that's our energy, you know? So it's like whatever you're bringing to it is what, if someone can pick up on it, then they can pick up on your energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm like so into like law of attraction kind of stuff. You know how all of that is like, it's all energy sort of thing and like your thoughts with your energy. Do you subscribe to all of that?
I mean, I like don't want to because I'm so negative. Yeah. I'm like, I hope it's not real because I don't know how to like think positively about a lot of stuff and I want like good things to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a constant like job. Yeah. And you have to like be like, "Oh shit, like reset that." You know what I mean? Yeah. It's hard to get in that like constant state of like positivity and stuff. But it's like I tried to recently, like I was like, okay, I'm not going to do like compare and despair. I'm not going to like, you know, like talk shit about someone or whatever. And I truly felt like much happier.
Yeah.
Like for a week. But then it's like stuff happens and then you're like this fucking bitch. And then it like just sinks away from you.
And it's like weird. So much easier to act like that. It's like instant gratification.
Yeah. To be like negative. I know. I'm trying really hard to like it's just like a constant thing with like the gossip thing. But I feel like everyone does it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Well, I guess because you like have a group of people that like extends. Because like I don't really have like a big network of people that I can just like start gossiping to you
about other people because it's like different groups.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like here it's like all comics like talking shit about other comics, being like that person sucks. Oh, yeah. Or like why that or like
I can't imagine. That must be like so crazy.
Well, yeah, and then it's like it's hard not to because then you're like I'm gonna try not to, but then it's like someone's just like so annoying on stage, and then you're like oh my god, like I just have to like share my thoughts on this. Yeah,
I can imagine.
I'm trying not to. I'm trying to think of anything else that I could bring up.
I mean, really anything.
Okay, so you have the crystals, you did the ghost hunting.
Okay, that is not, how is that like the...
Why is that? Wait, why is that? Okay, do you have any fears of anything?
Yeah.
Like what?
My immediate family dying.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's great.
Anything else?
I mean...
Like, are you afraid of anything like clowns or...
Oh, no.
Sort of thing?
No. Are you? You're afraid of clowns?
I'm afraid of clowns, dolls, and spiders.
Okay, dolls can be scary.
For the clowns, though, so when I was younger, I was at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade when I was like 5. And I was just... I got lost from, like, my mom for a second, you know, very crowded. And, like, a group of clowns approached me. And I wasn't, like, afraid of them to begin with. You know what I mean? And it was so weird. It was, like 6 of them, like, surrounded me. And they asked me some joke. It was, like, a really stupid joke. Like, something like a chicken cross the road sort of level joke. And then I was like, I don't know. And, like, smiling, happy, and innocent. And then they took a pile of confetti and threw it in my face, and it got stuck in my eyes, and I started crying. It was like a horror movie scene. And then I started crying, and then they all started, like, laughing, and I couldn't find my mom. And, like, it was, like, a 5-minute, like, horrible thing. And ever since, I've been, like, terrified of clowns.
Are you sure that wasn't a dream?
No, it really happened. And I know it sounds really weird, but that's like my interpretation of how it went. Right. It'd be so funny if on the outside, like, it just wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
But, like, that's, I don't know. And ever since I've just been afraid, you know?
That's so weird because, like, clowns, it's just a costume, right? So
you don't, they're not scary to you at all?
No.
Ugh. No, they're just, like, weird.
And I know people are, like, scared of clowns, but I'm just sort of like, it's like someone dressed up as a tiger or something.
That looks like Psycho. Well, with, like, the huge shoes and, like, the face, and they're, like, always, like, happy. I don't know. It's terrifying. But you get the dolls thing.
Yeah.
Like,
dolls.
Yeah. Did you have, I had Molly when I was younger.
Yeah.
Which one did you have?
I didn't have an American Girl.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I was, like, not into it.
Really?
Yeah.
I felt like everyone had one.
I know.
Was it basic to have one?
No, I don't think so. I think I was just, like, so, I don't know. I just didn't want one.
What did you want? What did you, like, play with when you were a kid?
I mean, I had, like, 90210 Barbies.
Really?
Yeah, Donna and David.
That's fun.
Yeah. But I don't know. With my friends and stuff, we played, like, Saved by the Bell. Mm-hmm. We acted like we were in Saved by the Bell.
Does your family still live in Tribeca?
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever go to Air Ancient Baths?
No.
Have you heard of it?
I've heard of it. It's on, like, Franklin, right?
Yeah. 88 Franklin, now that I remember. I just remembered. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because we have so much stuff here that when I'm in New York, I like don't go to that kind of stuff.
It's really awesome. And it's really great to go with a guy because it's romantic, because it's all underground, and it has like really romantic lighting. It's like tons of candles everywhere, and it's dark, and it's like wood. It's very cool. Yeah, and it's really relaxing. They have like a saltwater pool that you float in, and like all these other pools, and then they do massages and
But like that's the thing, like at We Spa they have like the salt room.
Do you like We Spa best?
Out of the Korean spas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you been to other ones?
Yeah.
Have you been to Olympic?
Mm-hmm.
You don't like Olympic best?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
I had only gone to We Spa at first, so I was like, it's great. And then after I went to other ones, I was like, now I think We Spa sucks.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I've like gone to other ones and I'm like, there's a reason that We Spa is just like the one.
I like Olympic the best because I like how they have that like red oxygen room. Yeah. Or it's like an infrared sauna. Yeah. They have that like gross like tea bath that's like 100 degrees.
It's like mugwort.
Mugwort. No one's ever heard of that.
It's so hot.
I know. But I like it because it just like,
it's just too small though. I feel like there's no...
It is small.
And like, I don't know. But I also like... I don't know. I just like We Spa, how you can just hang.
Yeah, I've been to... What's the other one? Natura. I really want to go to Beverly Hills Hot Springs. Have you been to that one? No. I've heard it's good. Yeah. Have you heard of that one? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I love Two Bunch Palms.
I've never been there.
It's amazing. Yeah. I feel like you'd really like it.
Yeah.
It's really comfortable. It's cool. The beds are so comfortable.
Really?
Yeah. And they have like healthy food. It's okay. The service is horrible though, the restaurant. Like they're just really slow. But every single time I've ever been there. But like the pools, they have like private ones, which I really like. Like they have like wood square, like something that would be in like someone's backyard in the country sort of thing. And you can, like, control the temperatures, like, hot or cold. And they have, like, private pools. And then they have, like, their public grotto kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And it's just really warm. They have lithium in the water.
What?
Which is, like, one of the natural minerals. Which means it makes you, like, really relaxed. Uh-huh. That's, like, used for an antipsychotic at... at, like, psychiatric hospitals.
Yeah, like, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah, but it's, like, it's super relaxing. It's incredible. And it's really fun. It's relaxing and... Yeah, I just think it's, like, one of the cooler places to go. Like, where do you like to go in the desert?
Where do I like to go in the desert?
What's that one cute one with a P?
The Parker?
Yeah.
I don't like to.
I haven't stayed there.
I mean, it's nice. I really like the
spa sucks there.
I just can't with the. You know how they have that drug sign and everyone like needs to take a picture under it. I can't get past that.
Me too. That's why I'd rather do something like a little more low key.
Yeah, it's just like.
It's Vegas.
I mean, I love Vegas.
Actually. You do? Mm-hmm. What?
Yeah.
I've never met someone who loves Vegas.
Really?
Yeah.
You just didn't know it.
What do you like about Vegas?
I like its climate control.
You mean it like the hot kind of dry?
No. Oh. I like, I like the air-conditioned rooms.
Oh, okay.
And they have really good restaurants. Uh-huh. And I like blackjack.
I like blackjack. Yeah. Do you ever go to, like, Commerce Casino?
No. I mean, I go to Morongo on the way to Palm Springs.
You do?
Yeah.
Because you just have to get at that table?
Yeah. I mean, I just, like, that's how I pay for the hotel.
Because you're good at it.
Stop there. No, I'm fine at it if I leave. Uh-huh. But usually I'll just, like, go hard in the paint, and I'm just, like, doubling down all over the place.
Are you good at it?
I mean...
Did I just ask that?
Yeah. Or maybe it was just an apparition. It was just in the limestone.
Who taught you how to play?
My lawyer.
Really? I thought it was. It's always like a parent or something.
No. My lawyer is my friend's husband. My friend Nikki, who was on Awkward. She played the mom, and her husband Ryan is also my lawyer. But anyway, yeah. So he taught me how to play one time when we were in Vegas, and they were there also. But I went to the first time I went to Vegas was for Thanksgiving.
That's weird.
I know.
Why?
So my sister lived in England for like 7 years or something. And so going home to New York for Thanksgiving and then Christmas is just like a lot.
Yeah.
So, and my dad is a winemaker.
Really? Mm-hmm. In New York?
No, his vineyards are in Oregon.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've never heard of a vineyard there, but I don't know much
Really?
about vineyards. So is that a pretty common place?
I mean, there's a lot of wine in Oregon. Yeah.
That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been wine tasting or to a vineyard, but I'm sober now.
Yeah.
So. But was that a big part of your life growing up?
He actually got into the wine business in like 2004. So we always had a lot of wine. Like we had a wine cellar when I was growing up and everything. But he was actually in the movie business. He was a producer. Oh. Yeah.
Is that how you decided you wanted to become an actor?
No.
At all?
No.
Well, weren't you on set? You were on sets with him when you were younger?
Yeah, I was on set, but like, I don't know. It was always, it wasn't like, oh, I don't know. I loved acting. It wasn't like, and my sister was there too, and she's like has a PhD and 2 masters, and she's not an actor, but yeah, I was always, like, obsessed with, I don't know. Mm-hmm. It's just weird. Like, when I was, like, my crush growing up was, like, from, like, Welcome to the Dollhouse and Empire Records.
I just rewatched Welcome to the Dollhouse.
Yeah.
Well, I love Todd Solondz. I don't know how to say his last name. Solondz.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, it's so funny rewatching it, like, now. Because I saw it in the movie theater.
Really?
Yeah. My mom took me to see it when it came out.
Wow.
Yeah.
95.
I love all those. I love Happiness. Mm-hmm. So good. I love movies like that.
Yeah.
I don't see a lot of movies like that anymore, being made.
Well, they can't get made.
Yeah, because it's
unless there's an influencer in them, in which case they're, like, not going to be.
And then it wouldn't be good.
Yeah.
Did you see Thoroughbreds?
No, I didn't. Wait, did I?
It was like the 2 girls.
No, I know what it is because I've like watched the trailer.
It was kind of a fun movie. Yeah. It was sort of like, it was like one of those older fun kind of movies, like a Heathers type. Yeah. Like Heathers would never be made today.
Well, they made the TV show.
But I heard that it got pulled.
Yeah.
Because of wasn't there like a school shooting thing or something? Or
I mean, there's like a lot of reasons, I think. It got pushed because of, I think, Parkland happened the week it was supposed to.
Yeah. And, that was it.
Yeah, but then it never aired. Uh-huh. They flipped it, though. They, like, did, the Heathers were, like, a gay kid and a, like,
trans?
No.
Okay.
But the main Heather was, like, kind of not, like, super skinny and really, like, aggressive. I don't know. So, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of, like, think they should... I think that's cool that they did that and it's progressive, but I kind of feel like the old format was, like, what Heathers was.
I mean, then it's for like, sure.
I mean, whatever. But.
Yeah, when it was, like, not...
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, we'll not touch on that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think it's sad. There are movies, I feel like, but also even romantic comedies, like, we just have such a different, because if you rewatch old romantic comedies, it's so funny to watch them because they would never be made now. Now,
Like what?
someone has to, shit themselves and, you know what I mean? It's just, us as audiences, we can't just, see a movie. If you think about, Working Girl or something.
Isn't that another Melanie Griffith?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm not a
huge fan.
I mean, I do really like her, but
isn't her daughter an actress?
Yeah, Dakota Johnson.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Wait, is that the girl from 50 Shades?
Yeah.
That's her daughter?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
She's doing well.
She is.
She's hot.
She does sometimes, there was, a cute, 15-minute Vogue movie that she did with Nicholas Braun, who is on Succession. Anyway.
Okay.
But, that kind of stuff is cute. You know what I mean? These, little...
sometimes, vignette, sort of. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen those kind of things.
Yeah.
I like those. I like the Vogue, 60 question thing.
Oh, my God, I love it so much.
But that's so
ridiculous.
Staged, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because it's just too perfect. I didn't like the Lady Gaga one.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
It's new. You know what's so funny? Really quick side note. You watched the Lady Gaga documentary, right?
Yeah.
Okay, don't you think it was so weird when she just took her top off at the pool?
I mean...
Have you talked about that moment with people?
No, I've never talked about that because I, can't get over...
Do you remember?
All of the other... Yeah, of course I remember that.
How weird was that? It was just a power move because she could.
I know.
It literally had nothing to do.
Well, I sort of think, also they, put it in because they were look at Gaga.
Yeah, but it was just so random. Do you know what I mean? She was just with two other women.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just what?
Well, freedom of expression, Chelsea.
It's funny because I was reading. So I guess she just maybe probably was on the cover of Vogue. So I just read this article about her because I've been interested in reading whatever. I'm not obsessed with her. I just picked up the article and read it, and it said that she answered the door in a thong and a bra, and I'm why does she keep doing this? And it's is she doing this because she can? Just a power move, or does she genuinely just want to be in a little bit of clothes? Do you know what I mean? I just thought it was so funny that I read that again. It just made me laugh.
Yeah, I've already bought my tickets to A Star Is Born though. So.
Oh really?
Yes. Well, I'm a big fan of the Streisand version.
Was that a remake? I don't even know.
Yeah, it's actually, I think this is the third time it's been made. The first was Judy Garland, I believe, and then Barbara Streisand and Kris Kristofferson, and then now Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga.
Yeah, should be interesting.
Stephanie Germanotta.
Yeah. Did you know her in New York?
No.
Yeah. So we got sidetracked, but I remember you saying something about your sister living in London, and then did that have to do with the wine?
Oh, so since my dad's a winemaker, he goes to Vegas. He go for the restaurants there. A lot of his wine is in the restaurant.
Yeah.
His wine is in all of the Wynn restaurants, and so, they were I think he had to go have a meeting or something. So we just decided to go for Thanksgiving, and. You just we always go to Strip Steak, which is, I think it's
Strip House?
No. It's at Danny Meyer, I believe, restaurant. But anyway, they just have good Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh yeah, okay.
And because that's the first time I went to Vegas, and my dad was take $100 every day. We'll each play with $100, and that's it. And then we go eat good food, go to the spa,
that's
go
fun.
to the gym, and go to sleep in a comfortable bed with air conditioning. It was just
You're big on the air conditioner.
Yeah,
you've mentioned air conditioning several times.
I don't have central air, so it's a big thing for me.
I know. Well, I've been waking up a lot with a headache, and I think it's from air conditioning.
Do you have central air?
No.
Yeah, so just blowing on you the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm air conditioning is one of those things that you don't think about when you're younger, and then you grow up and you're air conditioning is such a thing. We were in escrow on a house, and they had to install air conditioning, and I was just well, can you not have all the air conditioning on at once? And they were like, no. And I was like, but why would I be air conditioning a room for children that I don't even have?
Uh-huh.
Yet? And then I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah, because I'm not a huge fan of air conditioning, to be honest.
Interesting.
It's annoying. It's like it gets too cold. I don't really like it. I sometimes like to be a little more hot than, like, freezing.
Interesting.
It's always too cold, too.
Well.
So do you know a lot about wine?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, not that much, but yeah.
And, oh my God, did you see that documentary on Netflix? Sour Grapes?
Mm-mm.
It's amazing. I tell everyone they have to watch it, and tell your dad to watch it. It's so funny. But it's about this wine con artist in LA. It's so funny. It's a real documentary, and it's this I think he was from Indonesia, posing as, like, a wealthy guy. He somehow had a bunch of money, but he was, like, making his own wine and selling it to auction houses, and he was making millions and fooling everyone. It was really good.
All right, I'm going to watch it. And I feel like, okay, so there's a movie that is so good and nobody ever knows it, but since you're a comedian, have you ever seen Windy City Heat?
Okay, I've been meaning to watch it, and I know Dawn, and everyone's obsessed with it. Dawn's here every single night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's so good.
Did you watch it on YouTube, though?
No.
I've tried to watch it, but I can't. How did you watch it?
Well, back when, like, Netflix sent DVDs. I rented it.
I've been meaning to watch it, and then I forget about it, but it's good, right?
Oh, my God, it's so funny.
So the guy who they tricked, like, came here, like, last year, and there was, like, a whole night for him sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perry. His name's Perry.
Yeah. I haven't seen The Room either. Or
really?
Yeah. Have you?
Yeah.
I know. I meant to go to one of the showings.
Yeah.
And I watched, like, part of The Disaster Artist, but I just couldn't get into it. But people say it's good if you know the movie.
You have to, like, have seen The Room. But also, like, going to one of those showings is, like, so bizarre. It's such a weird thing that I guess it's like Rocky Horror or something.
I was just gonna say, I've actually never seen that movie either.
Really?
Yeah. Do you love it?
I like Rocky Horror. I'm not like I wasn't like one of those kids growing up. The first time I saw it was like a live thing of it, and then I watched the movie and I was like, oh.
Yeah, like they always showed at midnight, right? Mm-hmm. Every week at like some theater.
I don't know if they still do.
I feel like they do.
In New York, though, right?
Here, too. Someone was just talking about it recently, but yeah, I've never seen it. It doesn't appeal to me. I feel like I get what it is, and I don't like it. That's
like me with Harry Potter. Not not that I dislike it, but I just can't watch it. Like, I'm like, I get it. I already get it. And
it's like, now I'm too old for it.
Yeah.
Like, I read the first 3 books when I was in, like, 7th grade. Yeah. You know, and I watched, like, the first probably 2 movies, I think. Mm-hmm. And then I just got too old for it. I just started smoking weed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
do you smoke weed?
No, I don't do anything anymore.
That's what I thought, but then you were doing all that, like, weed stuff.
Wait, what weed stuff?
I don't know. Maybe it was a joke. I don't know.
Was I? Well, it was probably, it was a joke, whatever it was. Because, I haven't done anything in a couple of years. Yeah. Yeah. I can't do anything. It's just, like, I just won't stop.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah.
Are you close with your family? Mm-hmm. That's nice.
Yeah.
So do you go back?
You're close.
Yeah.
Your mom, I see her all the time.
Yeah, I know. She's great. She's like a friend. She's like a kid.
Yeah.
She's very, like, young at heart. Mm-hmm. A childlike spirit.
Yes.
What are your parents like?
They're cool. I mean, my mom is, I'm definitely going to turn into her at some point. Mm-hmm.
And what does that look like?
I don't know. I mean, her and my sister are best friends. Mm-hmm. They're obsessed with each other.
Oh, really? And how does that make you feel?
I'm totally fine with it, like, because there's an equal amount of, like, love and relationship. It's just my mom and I are so similar that, like, I had to, like...
Pull back?
We have to, like, not hang out all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Did it get to a point where it was, like...
No, it's just, weird. Like, growing up. My sister is, like, very... my sister and I are, like, opposites, but kind of have, like, the same personality.
Okay.
So my dad calls us, like, right brain and left brain because, like, he thinks, like, we just use the opposite sides of our brain.
Yeah.
And so my mom, I don't know, Judy, she's just...
Hey, Judy.
Yeah. And then my dad is, like, my dad married us.
Oh, that's fun.
Mm-hmm. And he's very...
So how did that work? Did he walk you down the aisle and then...
I walked with my mom and my dad.
Okay. Because that's what they do at a Jewish wedding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, my dad just went up and stood there.
That's so sweet.
Mm-hmm. It was really nice.
Aww.
Yeah, it was great. And he's really funny, like, people are, like, kind of scared of him.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
He doesn't, like, the things that you do to, like, be polite. He doesn't really do.
Okay, that's what my dad is like, too.
Really?
But, okay, so my dad's 70. Mm-hmm. Is your dad?
65.
Okay. So part of it, I feel like, it's almost like a dismissiveness. Or just like... But I think it's like... I thought it was like them being older, but now I realize he's probably always been like that.
Yeah, probably.
Is it like a dismissive sort of quality?
No, it's not that. It's just like he won't, like, spend time on things that he just feels like this. Why are we, like,
is like,
you know, like, small talk?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, there's no point. He's like, would just be like, we should just not talk.
He would say that out
yeah.
loud? So he's like Larry David type?
Yeah. I mean, like, I hate to say that because everybody's like, my dad's Larry David. And I'm
whatever.
Like, you know?
Yeah, but I think, like, we have a piece of Larry David in all of our dads.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So, yeah, my dad would just be like, he'd be like, if we can only have small talk, then we should just not.
That's so funny. Has he said that to, like, any of your friends in front of you?
I mean, my friends, like if he says my friends' names, they're like, oh my God. Or they like tell me if, like, they see my dad and he's like, hi, Kristen, and he, like, gives her a hug, hello. She'll, like, tell me.
Because he's not, like, what
he's
otherwise?
Very,
like, elusive? Is that the word?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Christian is so elusive.
Or you mean, like, yeah.
I don't know what that word means, and I used it, but I felt like it was right.
It was right.
Like, he kind of just will be like, oh, hey, and, like, walk away.
Like, you can't get a beat on him, really. And, like everybody, like, my mom always gets so mad because, like, she's like, everybody thinks Dad's so cool. They just think he's so cool, but it's just because he's rude and he doesn't, like, talk to people. He won't go to anyone's house for dinner.
I love that. I'm obsessed with him.
Yeah, he's a little wild. And, like, he is, like, he's just so, and she, like, so she'll always be like, oh, yeah, Dad's so cool, but, like, he's not nice. Like, he won't hang out with you, and that's why, not me, but, because he's, like, he is very, like, into my sister, me, and my mom, and my dog, actually. He, like, loves her so much. Aww. But otherwise, it's just very, like...
You have to, like, win him over.
Yeah, but even so, it's not, like... I don't know. It's just weird. I don't know.
But growing up, was it, like, the same sort of, like, vying for attention or, like, a feeling of, like, proving yourself or sort of thing?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, because that wasn't, like, that wasn't the feeling in the house. Like, the house was, like, very warm and everything like that. So, but, like, I don't know. He was, like, a producer, and
Cutthroat.
Yeah, but, like, not...
Just, like, throwing out terms that I don't have the full understanding of.
No, I don't know, but, yeah, he just, like, doesn't... I don't know. But, no, it wasn't, like... I mean, I'm sure I was vying for attention.
Yeah.
Still, I am, like...
Who isn't?
Seriously.
And if you're not, you got too much love. From here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, my sister doesn't even have Instagram.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't that so cool when you meet people who don't have Instagram or Facebook? Like, I think you're so cool.
Yeah. My husband doesn't have Facebook. He hasn't posted on Instagram in 2 years.
What? Mm-hmm. So is he happier than, like, the average Instagram user?
I mean, I think he is.
Does he have a reasoning behind it?
No, he just doesn't have interest in it.
How cool is that?
Yeah. I mean, Facebook, I think, because he used to be in a band.
Uh-huh.
And so it was just like, there's like a bunch of fake hymns.
Oh, really?
On Facebook. Uh-huh. Yeah. So he just like didn't make a Facebook.
Yeah. What about before that, like at a high school, like when everyone has one?
Well, we didn't have... Facebook didn't exist in high school.
Really? Mm-hmm. I had Facebook when I was going into college. Yeah.
But where'd you go to school?
In Westchester.
Like high school or college?
High school. Oh, college, sorry. Hawaii for 3 years, and then I transferred to Pace downtown. And
Hawaii had Facebook?
Yeah, well, I had Facebook senior year, before I had it like at the end of senior year in high school.
Yeah. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Well, he grew up in Rockland County. And he was in the Jonas Brothers, so.
Oh, really? That's so funny. What did he do in it?
He was the drummer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So was it them 3 singers and then like a guitar and drummer?
And bass, yeah.
Weren't they from New Jersey?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He went to Eastern Christian High School in New Jersey.
Oh. So that must have been but when then they broke up together and one of them went like solo or something?
Well, Alex was out of the Jonas Brothers before that. And then he had his own band that was like like Jonas Brothers, but not
like a same
successful.
Kind of vibe, but like different people.
Yeah.
So does he have like a lot of like weird girl fans?
I mean, not anymore. But yeah, he did.
That must have been a trip.
For him or for me?
For him.
Yeah, I mean, I think definitely.
Just like with how girls are with like, and I'm not trying to make this like a weird thing.
Oh, I mean,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's also bizarre because like I mean it was interesting.
Well, I feel like things have changed. Like whereas boy bands were popular, now it's like teens with face tats like rapping.
Yeah, for sure.
The progression of.
Yeah. I mean, I think that they might have been like a little bit more successful if they had thrown on some face tats, but But now he's like, I mean, you've met him. Mm-hmm. If I Googled him and showed you what he looked like in the band, you'd be like, that is so bizarre.
Like, yeah, he didn't have long hair.
No.
Oh, my God. But I feel like they have to, like, play that part, too. Because isn't there, like, always a manager who's telling everyone what to be?
Yeah.
And they're, like, not.
Which is, like, so stupid because you can't, like, sell that fake thing.
But
you know what I mean?
They do, I guess, right?
Yeah. Kind of, yeah. I mean, he was, like, signed to the Jonas label and everything. But, yeah, I always, like, make fun of him because he had, like, so many scarves.
Oh, really? Carpets. That's so funny. I hate scarves.
Just tons
scarves,
of
fedoras.
Scarves, yeah.
Oh, my God.
And, like
someone's like, here, wear this. Mm-hmm. It's cool.
Yeah. And, like, tans.
They went tanning?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm.
Teeth whitening.
I mean,
all of it.
I would love if
you know what that's reminding me of the scene in La La Land when they do like the photos of like the band when he's playing in the John Legend band. Mm-hmm. Do you remember that when they're doing the
Not
photos
really,
and they're dressing him?
I don't know. I just thought of that. La La Land a lot.
When else did I talk about it?
You talked about it on your like podcast 2 weeks ago.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just rewatched it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't like it the first time when I watched it, and I don't like musicals, but I rewatched it.
Because of Billy on the Street?
No, was he?
Oh. He, like, was with Emma Stone, and there was this guy who was
like, he dated her?
No. Billy Eichner?
He's in the movie? I'm so confused.
I'll tell you later.
Okay. Oh, because she just was on the... Yeah, I saw a clip of that, because I just started following him. So I rewatched it on the plane, because I was coming back from Italy. We had nothing to do, and there was, 5 movies to choose from.
Yeah.
And I really liked it, and I cried in the end.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah. I don't know. And now I've been listening to the soundtrack ever since. And now I, like, really like it.
Maybe you like... Well, because when you were like, I don't like musicals.
Yeah,
I really
don't.
like La La Land. I'm like, well, that's not... I love musicals.
I think I'm getting more into them. Which one should I watch next?
Oh.
I haven't seen West Side Story. I haven't seen any, like...
What about Chicago? That's, like, a good segue.
That's a fun one, right?
Oh, my God. It's great.
Okay. I know.
Because, like, if we went, like, dove straight into, like, musical, I don't know, you might be like, no, I'm out. But, like, Chicago is, like...
a soft start.
Mm-hmm.
I like that thinking. And that's a good path for me.
Yeah. I would be very interested in hearing what you thought about it.
Okay, I'll watch that.
Yeah.
All that jazz. I remember I did this acting class when I was younger, and we had to learn that song and, like, dance to it.
That's a little too sexy for a child.
Was it? Well, we didn't, I don't know. I was, like, 10.
Oh.
It was a weird time.
My husband did Bye Bye Birdie in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever see Bye Bye Birdie?
No. I haven't seen any of these.
But they cut out all of the, like, stuff that would be about, like, sex or anything.
Uh-huh.
And so I recently made him watch it because he was, like... He had no idea what the show was about because they cut out all the sex stuff because it was, like, Christian high school. And he played Conrad Birdie, and, like, the whole thing is, like, about sex, basically.
Oh, my God, that's so funny. Did you guys have, like, a Christian and Jewish wedding?
No.
So I'm half Jewish, you know, but I'm not, like, I never was bat mitzvahed, right? I never went to Hebrew school, any of that. But I wanted to do the chair thing.
Yeah.
So we did that at the wedding. It was fun. Did you have a bar mitzvah?
No.
Oh. I love asking people what their themes were.
Yeah, I didn't have one. I wasn't, like...
Super.
We're not religious.
Mm-hmm.
We did the chair. We had the huppah, because, like, flowers are pretty.
Yeah. The glass.
Yeah. Alex, like, says he's like, I'm kind of Jewish now. And I'm like, no, you're not. Like, it doesn't just make
Because he tried matzo ball soup. I don't know.
Because he married a Jew.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah, I don't know.
I don't think I'm, like, that Jewish, you know? But, like... I hate, like, this is so, like, hacky.
Yeah.
But I have, like, problems with my digestion.
Yeah.
And I just feel like now I'm, like, it's, like, that's how it starts.
Well, Alex has Crohn's disease.
Does he?
Which is, like, typically a Jewish
Is it?
autoimmune disease.
I knew a lot of people who had it who weren't Jewish.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I definitely have one of those things. I need to go to the doctor.
You should probably go to the doctor.
I think so. Like, it always just, like, hurts here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I think that's my stomach.
But, like, no, I keep telling Ariana Grande, like, if she needs to talk.
Uh-huh. Oh, does she have Crohn's?
No, but Pete Davidson does.
Oh, so you're, like,
I'm
woman
like,
to
we
woman.
can be, like, yeah, I know what it's like to have a husband with Crohn's, so we can, like, chat about it.
I love that.
She hasn't responded.
Oh, well, did you DM her?
No, she has to follow me on Instagram. No, I tweeted it.
Oh, that's funny.
Because they were all like, they called Pete Davidson like butthole eyes or something.
Oh yeah, I heard about this.
And I was like, yo, I can talk butthole eyes with you if you need, if you ever need anybody. Yeah.
How do you get? So me and my friend, we just tried to make like a product review show, and we're like DMing people to give us products, but like half the people won't respond.
Yeah.
Or they're like, we'll look into it, but then they like don't give it.
Yeah.
How do you get stuff? Do you DM people or do they DM you? Because don't you sometimes do stuff like that?
Sometimes, yeah, but it's mostly, it'll be like, either like I'll want something and I'll say it to them, or I was like going to like a lot of like makeup parties.
What are those?
Well, they're just like launches of different things, and then you know you can just
you come home with a lot of good swag.
Yeah, and they have PR lists, so they just like send. If you get on one of those lists, you just continually get like their new stuff.
Do you get a lot of stuff in the mail?
No, not anymore. I used to.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
That to me would be like the best part about being on a show. Like above anything else is like getting free stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I just like wish that my show was like had a little bit more of crossover with like the height of Instagram, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
doesn't MTV2 follow up with a lot of stuff like that? I don't know. There's so many MTV apps.
Yeah.
I would think that they like constantly promote. I don't know.
No, MTV stopped doing scripted shows. So
oh, you know what?
Like, yeah. What?
Well, I had a meeting with them recently. But it was MTV Digital, and they told me they're only looking for shows because I was like trying to come up with show ideas or whatever to pitch, and they told me that everything they're looking for is like with influencers. Yeah, like that's all they want. Yeah, and I'm like, what? Yeah. I don't know. It was just like a trip to me.
I know.
Like they don't want like. You used to be able to be like just like a fun hot girl like Jenny McCarthy.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? But now it's like they literally want people with like millions of followers like teaching people about whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what they are.
People
I obviously didn't come up with the right idea.
Yeah, I mean, well, I kind of like understand it because it's like people doing half the battle for you because
promotional
wise, and then like in a casting situation, if you're like casting for like Singled Out or something, you don't know what people are gonna like, and so if you have like an influencer who has all of these kids who like follow them and stuff, like they're already like
likable.
Tested a little bit, you know?
Oh, that makes sense. I never thought of that. I only thought of the fact that if someone has like 1 million followers and then they promote the show, 1 million people will likely tune in to watch it.
I mean, they won't. That's like not what happened.
Really?
No.
Oh.
Like, did you ask them? I always like to ask people who talk about influencers and like are. I'm like, is it working?
Do you say that?
Yeah.
To like casting directors?
No, not to casting directors.
Or like whoever.
Yeah, like production companies and like whatever.
When they're like, oh, we're looking for this, for that. And you go, oh, does that work?
Yeah.
That's funny. Mm-hmm. And then what did they say?
They're like, TBD, like we're not sure yet.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I like that you asked that.
Well, I'm interested because I'm like, you guys are getting, and some, I don't want to like say, because I do have some friends who are like YouTubers who started doing YouTube because they weren't getting acting work. So it's like there are people who are like talented as actors and also influencers. But, you know, this basis of just talking about like a following and then putting people in is just so bizarre to me because the truth is like if something's good, it's like if something's not good, it doesn't matter how many followers somebody has, right?
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. So I'm just like always interested, but I don't think it works
completely.
No.
Yeah.
And like, but it's like nobody knows what to do at this point, you know? Everybody's like scrambling and like chasing whatever is like hot.
Yeah, and then it's like one person's like yes, and then they're like okay, now we're doing that.
Yeah, and then
that's what irritates me so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like people aren't as like creative or taking as many chances as they used to. Like I noticed, well, Steven noticed, he was like, oh, like all the show, like a lot of shows that came out right now, it's like a lot of remakes of old shows. Like Roseanne, whoever, that chick who plays the news reporter, the Billboards on Sunset, I forgot who it is, but that's like an old remake of a show.
Oh, well, they're not remakes. They're those are just Murphy Brown.
Yes.
I mean, they're not remaking, those aren't remakes.
Well, technically, I guess it is a continuation then.
Yeah. But there are a lot of reboots. I don't have a problem with the reboots because I'm like, you know what? At this point, like, I'd rather watch a reboot than
because it's like fun
some
and
of the new
nostalgic.
stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's just like I feel like everything's getting like there's just so much stuff, and it's like really, and everything is they need like this like crazy hook for everything, you know. So like a reboot kind of gives room for what was okay, you know, like. Can you imagine what, like, a pitch for Friends would be like right now? Because they'd be like, okay, but, like, what?
I know.
Like, are they, like, witches? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, well, no, they're just like funny and they're all friends.
Yeah, I've had that experience too with writing like a pilot, and then people are like, well, where is it going?
Yeah.
And it's and it used to be Seinfeld, Friends,
yeah,
shows about nothing, and they were so funny, but it's like,
if Judd Apatow isn't producing it, like, you gotta make somebody a damn zombie,
I'm so over zombies.
Yeah.
I just hate it.
I'm, like, not really... Oh, I guess The Walking Dead is... Norman Reedus is somebody that I was like, that's a hot dude without having his personality.
Yeah, I like that whole, like, bad boy kind of thing. Like, remember Josh Hartnett in The Faculty?
Yeah.
Like, that's, like, they don't have... Well, I guess they do have guys like that still.
Yeah.
But, like, that was, like, so hot to me.
Yeah. I think...
Jake Gyllenhaal and Donnie Darko.
Oh, my God.
He looks... Now, when I look back at, like, photos from that movie, he looks so young.
I know. It's, like, totally baby. Like,
he must have been, like, 17.
And, like, very feminine.
Huh.
He has, like, feminine features, like... Or
pretty.
Not, yeah. Yeah, I guess pretty. He looks like a lion.
He's so hot.
But
now he looks different.
He's still so hot.
Yeah. Who else is hot?
Who else is hot? I mean, like, Ryan Gosling's hot, right?
He is, but, like, there's something about him that's, like, he's trying to be hot to me.
Yeah.
He's, like, always trying to just, like, have something up his sleeve. And that's, like, his expression. You know what I mean? Like, he's always just, like, it's like this smirk. Like, he's always just, like, about to fuck your wife or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But I kind of feel like it's, like, we've done that to him. Like, I'm, like, because we made such a thing about him being hot and, like, all this stuff that it's, like, I feel like we put him in his head.
Oh, and he's playing into that now and just...
No, but it's just, like, not that he's playing into it on purpose, but, like, if you're Ryan Gosling and, like, that's literally what you are, you're like, oh, I'm a hot dude.
Yeah.
Then, like, and everybody, we had all those, like, hey girl things, like the Ryan Gosling, like, memes about, he's like, hey girl, like, I'll take you to dinner or something. Like, and I don't know, I feel like, when, like, Jack Nicholson started, like, acting like Jack Nicholson?
Like Psycho?
No, I'm saying in movies when he was, like...
Well, he's people say he's the same guy in every movie.
Well, and he's, like, playing Jack Nicholson.
Right.
So it's, like, I feel like...
He's, like, the same guy in every movie.
We did it to Ryan Gosling. I mean, I think he could, like, what... TBD, I don't know. But he's like, oh, you guys are expecting me to be...
It's kind of like how Emma Roberts is the same character in every American Horror Story anthology.
I mean, kind of, but I feel like...
She plays it really well.
Yeah.
Obviously. I think she's really good at it. But, because I was just... I noticed that it's pretty much, like, the same kind of character.
Yeah. But I think just more like, oh, he's like, you guys think I'm this thing, so, like, I'm gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I get in my head, like, don't you get in your head when you're, like, talking to somebody and you're like, oh my God, I'm, like, talking too much. I am being so annoying, but you can't stop, and you just, like, keep going further and further, and you're like, this is so annoying. I'm sure it's so annoying.
Well, I'll notice that, like, I feel like I'll sometimes notice that I feel like I'm, like, too aggressive. Mm-hmm. Or, like, I don't know if it's, like, I don't want to call myself alpha. Or if I'm, like, I feel like I'm just, like, I get, like, too whatever.
But then that doesn't make, like, when you realize that you don't stop, right? You probably just, like, go harder.
I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, someone has to lead the thing.
Yeah.
I noticed that when I made that beauty video with my friend the other day, I noticed that I was, like, talking pretty much, like, most of the time.
Yeah.
Or, like, that I'm, like, just have, like, a more aggressive energy, but maybe that's just, like, mixing energies with people, and it's like, fuck, am I, like, that person? And actually, I asked Mike one time, like, we were doing a podcast, and then I was like, I feel like I was, like, really, like, intense or, like, aggressive. And he was like, yeah, you are. And I was like, what? And I forget that, but then I I don't know. I don't get too much. I think about that sometimes.
Yeah, so, like, that's what I mean. But, you know, when it's happening and you're like, oh, I'm being, like, aggressive. And then you're just like, but I can't stop it.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like, well, it is who I am. So
yeah,
I'm not going to, like, pull back. So that's what he goes through.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I've, like, really humanized Ryan Gosling too much. But
did we even get that far into it, though?
No. Have you seen Lars and the Real Girl lately?
I don't even remember if I saw that. But he was so hot in, what's it called? The Place Beyond the Pines?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He was hot in that. I like the bleach hair look.
Who's like...
But like Drive, I was done. By Drive, I was done.
Oh, but what about Jake Gyllenhaal in Nightcrawler?
So hot.
I mean, I was like, is
so
something
hot.
wrong with me? Like, I need to go to like a psychiatrist immediately.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the hottest thing I've ever seen.
He's so hot. But, like, I feel like now he might, like, doesn't he have, like, a beard? He has a different look now. Like, he just got old one day or something.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Who else is there? I don't know who else there is. Because those were, like, he was, like, the one that, like, I would say that I think is so hot. But I can't think of, like, who else.
I know.
There is.
Who else is
Because now it's just like, well, I feel like they're getting older, and now it's like all these young kids, but they all look too young.
I know.
Because I'm not attracted to young guys.
No.
I've never hooked up with anyone younger than me.
I haven't. Oh, no. My ex-boyfriend is like 2 years younger.
Really?
Like a year and a half younger.
It's so funny. It's like, you ever have friends who hook up with guys who are like much younger?
It's shocking to me. I'm like, what? How? I can't even have a conversation with a 23-year-old.
Yeah, it's alarming. I have a friend who hooks up with guys who are like 10 years younger than her.
Yeah.
Which, like, I just know. It just feels like Miss Robinson.
Well, and also...
The Faculty. Or what's it called? Not The Faculty. Fuck. What's that movie? The Graduate.
Feels like The Faculty.
Feels like aliens are attacking my high school.
Yeah.
No.
I'm the alien.
Yeah, like one time I was like really drunk and I like saw this guy in New York, and I saw this guy I was in college with, and I knew he was like 3 years younger than me, and I brought him up to my apartment and like made out with him. And then I was like, leave. And I just felt like gross. I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
It feels like predatory.
I know. I'm not into that, but people like it, and I think it's like a commitment issue.
That's interesting. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I think is the same for men who date young girls, because they're not ready for like...
Yeah, but doesn't it depend? Because like I feel like some men, though, like date young girls and then they get married and then... You know?
Yeah, a friend of mine just married this girl who's like 20 or 25 years younger than him.
Yeah.
It's so weird to me, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what do you guys have in common? You know?
Yeah.
And he's in the industry, you know, but in development. Mm-hmm. And he's like a professional, you know?
Yeah.
And now he has this like 20-year-old wife. And it's just so odd. I'm like, are you going to like bring her? I'm not resentful. And I'm like... No, we like casually dated like years ago, and like, so it's just so I think I'm more invested in it.
Yeah,
but it's just so odd. I don't know. But then I guess it's like I don't know. It's like what kind of conversations are you?
Right, but I just think that like some people find different things in their relationships. You know what I mean? Like
you have a positive outlook.
No,
You're like the other voice in my head that's like, wait a minute. Well, maybe.
No, because I'm kind of being a bitch too. Because I'm like, maybe they just don't value conversation.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Okay.
You know.
I was listening to Drew Barrymore on a podcast, and who, by the way, like, I don't really like. I haven't like. You know, I read her book when I was younger in like middle school, but like about her life. So, but I hadn't like seen her much. And then she was on this Norm Macdonald, you know, he has a new Netflix show, and our talent coordinator is Adam, his sidekick on it. And I was watching her on it, and she seems like such a nice person.
Yeah.
And she said something like, she tries to make every interaction with someone like super positive and like, you know, she's like, I would never want to be an asshole to someone. And I was like, whoa. So I was like, I want to listen to her on a podcast and see if she like talks about optimism and stuff. And, oh my God, I literally forgot where I'm going with this. I'm not even kidding. I was like building it up to, oh, okay. So she said that she doesn't look at, so she like essentially like grew up without a family.
Yeah.
You know, she had a mom, but I think they had a very tumultuous relationship or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember if she had a dad or not. But she basically doesn't look at, like, she was like, I didn't look at a family and be like, I'm so jealous. Like, I don't have that, you know, like, I don't feel good. She's like, wow, look at that family. Like, I hope to have that someday. And I was just like, that's like such, and she like genuinely says that.
Yeah. See, like, that's why I like, I'm scared that The Secret works, because I look at things and I'm like, I immediately go like,
make it about
what did
you.
I do wrong to like not?
But I feel like most people do, except for her. Like, she's the first person. Right. I mean, that was like such an incredible, because I just started thinking about like perception. So I've been on this whole kind of thing lately to do with it. And just like how you can perceive things different way, and it just makes like for, I guess, like how you're gonna, you know, react and feel like happiness and stuff. Yeah. So it's been on my mind. So I was just so impressed when I heard that. And it's like, wow, that's like a different way to have an outlook. So I feel like I'm talking all this shit right now. And you're like, or maybe they just, and I'm like, what the fuck? So now I'm really realizing a lot about myself.
Yeah. I mean, I actually like just went to like a new therapist, and I was like, this is what I want to change.
Like around this kind of thing?
Well, about like thinking negatively about stuff. Not like talking shit or anything like that, but just like thinking, because somebody was like, I'm going to give you a bunch of ages and tell me like your first memory from all those ages. And she was like,
were you doing EMDR?
No.
Okay.
I did do that in high school though.
Yeah.
With my acting teacher.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, he's cool. She was like, okay, every age I gave you, you pretty much gave me like a negative memory, or like something that you did that was like bad, instead of, and aside from like my wedding and like some of like my family stuff and my husband, and I just thought it was so interesting, because she was like, I asked you like 21, and when I graduated, I was a hostess at like a brunch place. We had to wear, it was Friend of a Farmer on like Irving.
Yeah.
We had to wear like plaid shirts, and like the owner came in one day and she was like, your collar, like you need to starch your collar or something like that. Shut up. I like told her this, like that was like my memory for whatever age, like 22 or something. And she was like, when did you like book your first acting job? And I was like 22. And she's like, so why was your memory that you told me about how someone told you that your collar wasn't?
And it's like what you're holding on to. It's what you're like, limestoning.
It's like, yeah, it's like, well, it's kind of like how I like was am narrating my life in my head. And so it's like, instead of being like, oh, I'm proud of this thing that happened that year, I go to like when somebody told me my collar was wrinkled, you know, it's just like
so interesting.
Yeah. So
I want to try that and see what comes up for me. So then it's like, okay, well, now that you identified that, now it's like you can...
Right. So now I'm like, well, how do you change that? It's got to be... So I was like...
Did she tell you to listen to your thoughts, and then when you have a negative one, to just like try to stop it and create a new thought process?
No, I don't know. We haven't gotten that far yet.
So did she give you any tips?
Take this crystal.
Really? No, Shut the fuck up. Oh, okay. That's too funny. What a callback.
Yeah.
Did she... So that was it so far?
I mean, yeah, it's literally just... we're just getting there. So
I'm trying to get the lesson for myself.
I know. I'm sorry. I can't.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I think we just kind of came full circle.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Thank you
for coming on. And where can people find you on social media?
You can find a very unthemed Instagram at Molly Tarlov, or Twitter at Molly Tarlov.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on. And and subscribe, rate, and review.
Yeah.
On iTunes. Thank you guys.
5 stars.
5 stars. Bye.
Bye.